Imagine you accidentally cut your finger. If our bodies had no defense system against bleeding, even a small injury could become dangerous. Fortunately, the body responds within seconds through the process called hemostasis. Yes? Hemostasis happens in three major stages. First, the damaged blood vessels immediately constricts. This vasoconstriction re- reduces blood flow and buys times for the next steps. Second comes primary hemostasis. Yes, platelet rush to the injury site, stick to the exposed vessel wall, become activated, and start forming a temporary platelet plug. But this plug alone is weak. That's where secondary hemostasis comes in. A complex cascade of clotting factors generates fibrin, a strong protein mesh that stabilizes the clot and prevents further blood loss. Yes? So, goes to primary hemostasis. What is the primary hemostasis? Yes? Let's zoom into the primary hemostasis. So, when the vessel injury wall is damaged, collagen fibers hidden beneath the endothelium become exposed. Yes? A protein called 1 Willebrand Factor or VWF acts like molecular glue. It helps platelets attach to the damaged area. Yes? Once attached, platelets become activated. They dramatically change shape and release signaling molecules such as ADP and thromboxane A2. Yes? These chemicals rescued even more platelets to the injury. Very quickly, thousands of platelets stick together and form a temporary platelet plug. Yes? Think of this plug as an emergency repair crew. It arrives fast, but the repair is still fragile and needs reinforcement. So, the next step is secondary hemostasis. Now comes to the part students often find intimidating, the coagulation cascade. The good news is that it's easier than it looks. This picture seems so hard, but I will explain for you and you look it's easy. There are two pathways that lead to the same goal. The extrinsic pathway, yes, starts when damaged tissues release tissue factor. Yes, tissue factor. This pathway acts very quickly and serves as the main trigger for coagulation in the body. The intrinsic pathway involves several clotting factors circulating in the blood, including factor 12, 11, 9, and 8. Although they start differently, both pathways converge at factor 10. Factor X. So, factor 10 is a critical turning point because it helps convert prothrombin into thrombin. Yes? Factor 10 convert prothrombin to thrombin. So, and thrombin is start of the entire coagulation system. Why? Because thrombin converts fibrinogen A soluble plus protein, a soluble plasma protein into fibrin. Fibrin is insoluble protein. Yes, that forms the structural framework of the clot. Seems like this picture. Yes, a group of fibrin. Yes. So once thrombin is produced, events accelerate rapidly. Thrombin converts large amount of fibrinogen into fibrin strands. Yes, these strands weave around the platelet plug like steel bars reinforcing concrete. Yes, but the clot still isn't fully secure. Thrombin also activates factor 13. Yes, thrombin also activates factor 13. Yes. Factor 13 cross-links fibrin fibers together, creating a strong and durable network. Yes. At this stage, the temporary platelet block becomes a stable blood clot capable of resisting the pressure of flowing blood. Yes. So, interestingly, the body doesn't want a clot to stay forever. Yes. Once the vessel has healed, another system takes over. Plasminogen, yes, plasminogen, an inactive protein trapped inside the clot, is activated by tissue plasminogen activator or TPA. Yes, TPA. So TPA means tissue plasminogen activator. Yes? This produces plasmin. Plasmin acts like molecular scissors. Yes? Molecular scissor. It cuts apart fibrin strands and gradually dissolves the clot. This process is called fibrinolysis. Yes? Fibro fib excuse me. Fibrinolysis. Without fibrinolysis, blood vessels would remain blocked long after healing is complete. Yes, and as a result, clots removed. So, to summarize, to summarize, we can say an injured vessel constricts. Platelets create a temporary plaque. The coagulation cascade generates thrombin. Thrombin produces fibrin, and factor 13 strengthens the fibrin network. And finally, plasmin removes the clot once healing is complete. This remarkable sequence allows the human body to stop bleeding within minutes while keeping blood flowing normally throughout the rest of the circulatory system.